afternoon, one and all. Welcome back to another video. We're on our way to a destination that I haven't done for a long time. In fact, this is probably the first one that I've known of, certainly of this year, and maybe must be 6 months of last year. We just picked our trailer up, done a trailer swap up in Norfolk, and I'm going to try and get to where have I got? Ashford truck stop for this evening. Well, I've just come up this road here, and I don't know what's happened. Well, an hour ago, but look at the state of that now. Now I'm not in that. Hopefully there's nothing going our way, and we can crack on. I'm sure some of you will recognise that big column from previous journeys that we've made from out this way. Evening. Nice run down to the Dartford Bridge, Queen Elizabeth Bridge, however it's known today. Traffic's been pretty good, so made good time. We've just got an hour probably down to the train, and I've got an hour and 18 minutes. So what I'm thinking of doing is I've got an hour and 18 minutes on a 9-hour drive. I'm trying not to break into a 10-hour drive and waste it, because there's nothing worse than going in by a couple of minutes and then not utilising the full potential of a 10-hour drive. So I've got an hour and 18 minutes on a 9-hour drive. So what I'm thinking is go down for the train. I'm going to be taking 9 off tonight anyway, so it doesn't matter if I work 13, 14, 15 hour day. But I'll go down for the train, cross, and then park in parking as soon as I come off the other side. So that I should be able to do in my 9-hour drive, as long as there's no big delays now getting down to the train. And at least I'm across then for the morning, and any delays should be taken away. So that's the plan. Change of plan. I'm going to go into Ashford truck stop tonight, because thinking about it, I can still do what I've got to do by going in here. I've kept it to 13-hour day. I can have 11 off tonight, do another 13-hour day tomorrow, and if I need to, then I can take a 9 the day after to get me down to the drop. So I can do what I've got to do without, sorry, I'm just checking something then, without pushing on too hard and worrying about
recalculating. Take the second exit
going over my 13 hours and parking at Calais when I get across there. So that's what I'm going to do. Good morning, one and all. We made it to Ashford truck stop last night. As you can see, this is me leaving this morning. It's 6:30 local time. Should be down at the train for 7 o'clock easily enough. Cross for 8 o'clock. In and out to Civet by 8:30, and heading south. Oh dear. Well, the first bit hopefully will be right. I should be down at the train for 7. I normally allow 2 hours to cross, so that's 9 o'clock. And then a minimum 2 hours in Civet, so that's 11 o'clock. So that'll be 12 o'clock local. Hopefully I'll be heading south by then. There we go. 5 to 7. We've made it to the GMR shed, where they'll do various checks and then we'll proceed. It says there's 4 trains an hour, so we should be good. Morning, how are you?
I'm alright,
Yes, very good, thank you. Well, that was good. I've literally just stopped at the lane there and we got a green light. So, up and onto the train. We've done this plenty of times before, but I'll show you again. There's a suspension that's already preset and memorised. Up she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I'm ready for a coffee, to be honest. I had a tin of pop this morning. I always start my day with a tin of pop, energy pop, sugar free, so it doesn't make any sense. Oh dear. I do it more out of habit than anything else now, and it's not good for me. I should actually cut it out and drink. I like milk, so I should stop it and drink milk. And I always have milk on board. Anyway, let's get on the choo-choo. Right, so we're off the train and we're into Civep. See how long these guys are going to keep us here this time. Hopefully not too long. And you can't even tell by the amount of trucks in the car park. You used to have some sort of idea. If you turned up and there was sort of 1 or 2, you knew you weren't going to be that long. Now, it doesn't matter how many's here, but my God, that is busy. A lot of these will only be for customs paperwork though, so they probably won't be as long as me, who's got to go in for checks and all the rest of it. But there might be curs there. Another one for Stuart Nichols, he's probably pulling for him. I've rung our agent, and he says he's going to make his way here shortly, so hopefully we won't have too long to wait. In the meantime, I shall take my paperwork into the customs. Right, there we go.
Recalculating.
We're clear at Civep.
Turn right, then at
So despite the hundreds of trucks that were here when we arrived, we're good to go. We got put on a bay and opened up where they check the produce, make sure everything's okay, and within 5 minutes he said yeah, that's fine, resealed it, and we're on our way probably 30 to 40 minutes after that. So, gonna head down to Paris and hopefully get through it as early as we can. It's 20 past 11 UK, so 20 past 12 local time, and it's about 4 hours down there, which would be 20 past 4, so it's not a good time to be catching Paris. But anyway, nothing we can do about that. On a good run, I've been through Paris and out the far side to the services there in about 4 hours 20 minutes. I think I did it. On the other hand, catch Paris at the wrong time and you won't even get through out the ring road. So let's see how we've gone anyway. It's one of Mr. Judge's finest there. Looking good. There goes Mr. Judge in his nice Renault wagon and drag. We made good time. We're down just coming off the ring road in Paris, heading towards Bordeaux. I'm going to go round past our usual haunt of Runges and pick up, I think it's the A10 heading south. All being well. It's 3:15 local, so hopefully it won't be too busy. I've got an hour and a half left.
Prepare to keep left after half
And an hour should see me out the far side, which will do me absolutely fine. That gives me a bit of time then to run to the next services and get parked up and I'll have a bit of lunch there. Look at that, as soon as I say it, all the red brake lights start coming on.
After 350 yards, keep left towards A3.
Never
towards
mind.
Paris. Keep left.
Well, this is busy, but no more so than usual. It just seems whatever time of day you come into Paris, it's always chock-a-block. And the driving is absolutely atrocious. All the cars are wrecked. And that's not me just being picky saying they're bad drivers. They are, all the cars. Look at that. That black Renault there on my left hand side, all smashed up. More than likely where it's hit the truck. There's a little bump the other side, look, everybody looks okay. But look at the chaos it causes in traffic in just minutes. Bump down there to the right as well, that looks at it. Police diversion. My plan has worked to perfection. I've popped out the far side of Paris, picked up the A10 heading south, and with 15 minutes left, here we are pulling into the air. So that's lovely timing. Get myself parked up in here. Parking. It's this way. And they've got a McDonald's, which I know I'm in France and I really shouldn't eat McDonald's, but I can't be bothered making anything much bigger.
Left onto the service to Janvary.
So, excuse me, that's what I'm going to do. Head to there's a space there, look. That'll do me nicely.
Take the next left onto the service to Janvary.
So I'll sling it in here. Hopefully none of these boys are asleep, and if they are, I can move. He's not asleep. He's not asleep. So that's good. There we are. You can see a bit of the Air Force base over there, and just at the side of it, this one coming up, you'll see in a minute, where the cooling tower is and all that. Opposite that is a big, can't see the damn trees now. coming in. I think it's called Liscal. Yeah, there it is. That's the routier. Opposite me now, you can just see the trucks in the background. That's the routier I was going to stop at Chateauroux. I've stopped there before. Lovely place. Nice meal. Fantastic dessert. That's the point. I'd forgotten about that dessert. It's one of the best desserts I've ever had. I can't remember what the hell it was now. But I've decided I've got loads of time left. I've got 2.5 hours left. Well, I've got 2 hours left on this shift before I need a break, and 2.5 left on a 10. So it's not worth taking 45 minutes off to do the last half hour. But I'm certainly going to run the 2 hours out south. I've got my reload details for tomorrow, which is another 150 miles further south. So what I'll probably do is start early in the morning, get this one off and get reloaded, and then I've got a nice steady couple of days then running back up. So hopefully that's the plan. Beautiful evening. It's 26 degrees, 8 o'clock at night. I'll just turn you around here. Little flies on the windscreen. I do keep cleaning them off. It's not that I haven't got any water or anything, but they just become so hard and embedded on the screen that it grates me using the wipers, because it just knackers the edges of them. Something going on with all the taxis, look. Don't know what it is, but there's been absolutely loads of them. That's the third convoy of them I've seen, all with the lights on, all travelling north. Anybody know? Stick it in the comments below, please. One of the difficult things with this job is working out your hours to the best for both yourself and the company, and what you've got to do like the next day or even the day after that, depending on where you are. I'll be affected by the next 2 days purely because of how far south in France I am. So sometimes you'll make a bit of time up, sometimes you'll lose a bit of time, and you just change your mind on stuff anyway, or you get tired or whatever. But anyway, the reason I'm saying is that is I'm going to nip into the services here, and first of all I'm going to see if I can get fuel and AdBlue. That'll be good. And then secondly, what the parking situation is like, and I probably could get somewhere. Yeah, I think I could probably squeeze in somewhere, but I'm going to see what the score is. Hopefully they'll take my card and I can top things up. But I'll explain a bit when I come back about what I'm saying about driving hours and all the rest of it, and you'll understand. Right, we filled everything up there, both tanks and the fridge and the trailer and AdBlue, and I've just squeezed myself into a bit of a spot here. Matey boy in front of me's just been having a chat. He's going at 5, I'm going at 6. So I said, well, you should be able to squeeze out. His only problem is there's a chap at the back of him, so he may go before him, but if not, I think he'll still be able to squeeze out. He may have to shunt a bit, but he'll squeeze out past me. Anyway, I'll just turn this video around. Just hang on a minute. Right, there you go. What I was saying about driving hours and time and working everything out and all the rest of it is I've done 8 hours and 48 minutes driving, so I had 12 minutes left on a 9-hour day. I'd about 30 odd minutes left on my 15-hour shift, but that would have done 9 hours and 20 odd minutes. So I would have wasted 40 minutes that I could have used on a 10-hour drive. I can only drive 10 hours 2 times a week, and anything over 9 is classed as a 10. So if you do 9 hours and 1 minute, that's one of your 10-hour drives gone, wasted. So rather than using 20 minutes, I decided that I'd park here. The problem then is, if it's more than 4.5 hours to my drop point in the morning, that means that I'd have to take a break of 45 minutes on the way. So instead of leaving here at 5 and getting there at 9:30, I'd leave here at 5, have to have a break at 9:30 till 10:15 to run the last bit, which may take quarter of an hour, so 10:30. So instead of getting there at 9:30, you get there at 10:30. So there's an hour lost there, and I need that hour tomorrow to be able to get tipped and get down to my load point and get it on. Once I've got my load on, that's fine. If I can do any mileage from there, I will do. That's good. So what I also had to make sure of was, sorry if this is a bit complicated, but I'm just saying it like it is so you understand why I do what I'm doing. So it's 194 miles to my delivery, 150 are on the motorway. Now I know I can average 50 mile an hour on the motorway, so that's 3 hours. That leaves me 44 miles to do in an hour and a half, and I think I can do that. So that means I can get to my drop point without needing to stop for a break. So that's why I've done what I've done. I hope that's clear. If not, please ask me and I'll try and explain it again, but that's why I've done what I've done. Anyway, on that note, that's me done for the night. So I'm going to catch up on EastEnders, and because that's my guilty pleasure. I know it's rubbish, but it's just easy watching, isn't it? But I've also started to watch, a mate of mine put me onto Mobland. That's pretty good. Quite violent and quite sweary and all the rest of it, but that's that. So yeah, I'm going to watch EastEnders, have a bit of tea, go to bed, and kick off early in the morning. Because as I say, I want to get my load on. I want to get my load off, wash out, and get my load on. See you in the morning. Good morning, one and all. We're just on the outskirts of Limoges, with just slightly less than 200 miles to go to our drop. 150 of those are on this main drag, so I'm hoping to get that boxed off, like I said. Oh, excuse me, in 3 hours, leaving me an hour and a half just to do the last 40 something miles. Lovely morning, a bit chilly. Well, we've just come off the motorway at Montauban, and it's taken, I was hoping to do it in 3 hours, and it's taken just over 2 3/4, so that's absolutely spot on. But that also builds us another quarter of an hour in to get to my destination before I need a break. I've got an hour and 3/4 left and 42 miles to do, so I should be absolutely spot on. These roads are not the quickest, but they are pretty. Yeah, they are pretty. Here we are then, coming into our delivery point, which is just up here on the right hand side. Lovely people normally. I was hoping to pick up a French stick so I could have that for a bit of breakfast, but I haven't passed anyway, so I've got some salad that needs eating, so I'll probably have that while I get tipped, then wash out and put my destination in the sat-nav, because there was a couple of different ways I could go. But anyway, here we are, little old grey Fergie there, look. I'm going to concentrate on getting into this place now because I have to do a couple of bits shunting on and off the weighbridge. So I shall catch you hopefully once I'm tipped.
Take the next left onto Morris Vice
Bit of an amazing place.
Turn right.
Look up there, the church is there, and this factory's been built. It's sort of grown. It must have grown up around it. Hell of a place. Anyway, we've weighed off, and
You
she
have reached
says,
your destination on the left.
"Shut up." She says, "There's only one truck in front of you, so go straight round, get tipped, and then back onto the weighbridge. Oh, wash out. I can wash out here.
Recalculating.
Back onto the weighbridge, and
Recalculating.
she'll sort the paperwork out. So there should be one truck here. Oh, that's one of their own on the bay, so maybe he's done.
In 140 yards, at end of the road, turn right
get on the
onto
beat.
Morris Vice Road.
Quicker than I
They're right.
expected. Ah, no. They normally use that bay there, and by the looks of that, it's not in use. So, we'll stick it on brake, chuck my notes in, and take it from there.
In my cab, you know I'm truly free. So let's ride.